My name is I'm Stephen Ravina, and this is my topic, earthquake. An earthquake, also called a quick tremor or tremblor, is a shaking of the earth's surface resulting from the sudden release of the energy in the lithosphere that creates simulate waves. Earthquake can range in the intensity from those so weak they cannot be felt into those violent enough to propel object and people into the air. That is critical. Earthquakes are primarily caused by geological faults but are also by volcanic activities, landslide, and other seismic events. The frequency, type of size, earthquakes, and the area defines the seismic activity, reflecting an average rate for seismic energy release. And the seismic activity of the area and the frequency, type of size of the earthquake experienced over the particular time. The seismicity and particular location of the earth is the average rate in the seismic energy release per unit volume. What should you do during earthquake? Drop, cover, and hold. Get down your knees, hands, and take cover under the table. And if you inside in your house, if you're inside stay there and move away from windows and heavy walls. And if you're outside, move the open area from away from the buildings, trees. And if you're driving, pull over and clear area, stop and stay inside the car and wait for shaking stop and stay calm. Try to remain calm and resolve other around you. And that's all, miss. Thank you so much.
Magandang umaga, bayan. Ngayon ay tatalakayin natin kung ano ang tropical storm. Tropical storm ay ito ang klase ng isang tropical cyclone. Tropical cyclone naman ay ito ay isang tawag dito sa atin ay bagyo. Sa tropical storm ay ito ay may matinding dalang kidlat at mga ano-ano pa. At ngayon ay ibabalita na yan ni Gonzales. Nagbabalita, Gonzales.
Diri sa lugar kung asa gi-announce ang naay tropical storm. So matod pa kanila, ang tropical storm is organized center of low pressure that originates over warm tropical oceans. The maximum sustained surface winds of tropical storms can range from 63 to 118 kilometers. Then ato siya convert per miles is 39 to 73 miles per hour. So ngano gitawag siya tropical storm? Matod pa sa kanila, na tropical storm is tropical refers to the geographical origin of those systems which form almost exclusively over tropical seas. So cyclones refers to their winds moving in a circle, whirling around central clear eye with their surface winds blowing counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. So how to survive in a tropical storm? So as they said, stay inside and keep away from all windows, skylights, and glass doors. Go to a safe area such as an interior room, closet, or downstairs bathroom. Never go outside the protection of your home or shelter. Before there is confirmation that the storm has passed the area. So matod pa kanila na kung naa na gani ang storm gani is kaning stay rin sa atong kuan. If kung naa na gani ang storm na diha, stay rin punta. After sa storm is i-check na to atong palibot kung wala na ba jud, i-comment na to sa balita. Para na kabayan, back to you.
Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Ngayon, ibabalita ko sa inyo na may paparating na isang malaking bagyo. Well, ano nga ba ang gagawin kapag may paparating na bagyo? Siyempre, unang-una ay manatili tayo sa loob ng bahay. At pangalawa, bumili ng mga kinakailangang kagamitan sa kung sakaling dumating na ang bagyo ay hindi mo na kailangang lumabas, such as batteries, flashlight, radio, pagkain, at iba pa. At para na rin maging alerto tayo, ay manatili tayong manood sa telebisyon na kung ano ang kasulukuyang nangyayari sa labas ng ating bansa o sa kung nasa loob naman ito. Manatili tayong nasa bahay kasama ang ating mga pamilya dahil hindi natin alam kung ano ang susunod na mangyayari sa atin kapag tayo ay nasa labas. Yun lamang, nagbabalita.
Ngayon, ang sabi ng pag-asa ay may nagbabadyang paparating na malaking bagyo. Ano nga ba ang bagyo? Well, a typhoon forms when the wind blows in the areas of the ocean where the water is warm. These winds collect moisture and rise. And while colder air moves in below, this creates pressure, which causes the winds to move very quickly. The winds rotate or spin around the center, called an eye. Ito ay tinatawag nating bagyo. At yun ang mga proseso kung paano sila nabuo. Ano nga ba ang gagawin ano nga ba ang tamang gawin kapag ang bagyo ay paparating na? Ang tamang gawin ay manatiling nasa bahay at manatiling nakapantay at manatiling naka-on ang radio para makinig sa mga balita. Tapos, huwag lumabas ng bahay kapag hindi kinakailangan. Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat.
Okay, super typhoon. A super typhoon is a term used in the Western Pacific Ocean to describe an extremely powerful tropical cyclone equivalent to a category 4 or 5 hurricane. On the super-symptom scale, it is characterized by sustained wind exceeding 150 miles per hour or 241 kilometers per hour. So, super typhoon na guys, kay gusto kayo ni siya. Mas gusto pa niya sa mga normal na, hindi siya pala sa mga normal na typhoons baka nang hinahira ka ng makayara. Ang super typhoons guys, kay makakuba ni siya o na houses, nana, grabe ni siya gusto guys ya. Yeah. And kaya nagkala namang tips guys kung saan pag safety in case may mga super typhoons na mukhaan sa ato. Okay, here are some tips. Okay, so first is stay updated. One, make sure na natala mo sa news or mamina mo sa radyo before para para ma-inform mo ba o padong na ang super typhoon. And second is prepare an emergency kits. Prepare mo foods, like canned foods, batteries, flashlights, para in case para may pangkuan sa bilakadlaw ba. And third is secure your home and make sure na isirado niyo tanan yung pitana, lock the doors, and para ma-safe na mo dito sa inyong balay. And ayaw dyan mo gawas dyan, kay grabe ang hangin sa gawas ba, madaha dyan mo yun. Yeah. Yun lang. Done.
Good evening, everyone. I am Joya Opiamonte, your news reporter this night. This is a special news. We are now under a violet typhoon warning, the highest level of the alert for this region. The violet typhoon, a powerful storm system with sustained winds extend 150 miles per hour. Its rapidly approach our coast, it is expected to make landfall within the next 12 hours. Bringing with it a tornado rain, discredited winds, and potential dangerous storm surges. The violet typhoon is a Category 5 storm, the strongest classification in the region. Hurricane scale, it is currently located in Cebu, 7 miles southeast of our coastline, and it's moving westward at a speed of 15 miles per hour. All residents are required to make immediately action to ensure their safety. Evacuate. If you live in low-lying areas or near coastal zone, please evacuate to higher ground immediately. The storm surges associated with this typhoon could cause reach highest of 15 feet or more, causing significant flooding. Property. Bring in lost objects, secure windows and doors, and prepare your home for potential damage. Strong winds could cause downed trees and power lines, creating hazardous conditions. Stay informed, monitor official news channels and weather updates for the latest information and instruction. The emergency service are the higher alert and ready to respond to any situation. Call 911 in case of emergency. Do not hesitate to call 911 for immediate assistance. Stay indoors if you are caught outdoors during the storms. Seek shelters immediately. Avoiding travel. All non-essential travel should be avoided. Roads may become impassable due to flooding. We will continue to provide updates on the Violet Typhoon as the situation evolves. Stay safe and please heed the warning issues by authorities.
Instructions: evacuate immediately. If you are in a tsunami evacuation zone, do not wait for additional warnings. Move to higher ground at least 100 feet above sea level or as far inland as possible. Follow the evacuation routes marked of local authorities and avoid coastal roads. If you are already in safe locations, stay there until the warning is cancelled. Do not return to low-lying areas until authorities declare it safe. The force wave may not be the largest, and the waves may continue for several hours. Avoid using your phone unless it is an emergency. Keep lines clear for emergency communications. Attention, this is an emergency announcement. A tsunami warning has been issued in the National Weather Service Tsunami Warning Center. All residents and visitors in coastal areas must evacuate immediately and seek higher ground. This is not a drill.
Tropical depression. Tropical depressions are weather systems characterized by a low pressure area with organized thunderstorms but not yet strong enough to be classified as a tropical storm. They can bring heavy rainfall, strong winds, and flooding, posing significant risks, especially in the vulnerable regions like the Philippines. Analysis of tropical depression. Formation and characteristics. Tropical depressions form over warm ocean waters when atmospheric conditions are favorable. The impact. Heavy rainfall can lead to flash floods and landslides, particularly in mountainous areas. Strong winds can damage infrastructures, uproot trees, and disrupt power supply. Coastal areas may experience storm surges, increasing the risks of flooding. Monitoring. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration, or PAGASA, closely monitors tropical depressions and issues regular updates and warnings. By following these guidelines, individuals and communities can minimize risks and enhance their safety during tropical depressions and related hazards. Preparedness and response. Stay informed. Regularly check updates from PAGASA and local news. Emergency plans. Prepare an emergency kit with essentials such as food, water, medications, and important documents. Home safety. Secure loose items outside your home that could become projectiles in heavy winds. Post-storm actions. Avoid flooded areas and downed power lines. Wait for official announcements before returning to evacuated areas.
Kung meron man tayong volcano eruption dito, dapat tayo maging handa at maging alerto. Ang una nating gagawin ay kunin natin ang first aid. Ang kadalawa, kunin natin ang mga importante nga gamit. Ang ikatlo, dapat natin mag-evacuate evacuate sa safety na lugar para ligtas tayong lahat. Magandang gabi mga kapuso. Ngayon, ibabahagi ko ang volcano eruption. Ako nga pala si Jubelin Tumabang. Nagdulot ang pagsuspendo ng mga klase sa paaralan at trabaho at ang mga nagkatalagang biyahe sa paligid sa mga sasakyang papawirin. Nang dahil sa pagputok ng bulkan noong 2020 sa Bulkang Taal, sa katabing bininsya ng malaki. Nito nagpamalas at nagpasabog noong araw ng 12 Enero 2020 sa Taal, Batangas, dakong 2 p.m. ng hapon. Itinaas ng ika-4 na alarma ang bulkang sa ilalim ng pag-aalaboroto nito. Ito ay nagtagal habang 4 na oras mula nung sumabog. Ito ay nagbuga ng abo sa mga sehiyon ng kalaburzan maging sa
Movie said, Julia, a resident of Ban who witnessed the tornado firsthand, the sky turned green and the wind started howling. It was terrifying. Described the scenes as chaotic, with debris flying through the air and trees being uprooted. I saw the car flip over in the street. A house that was completely destroyed, she said. Emergency responders were quickly on the scenes providing medical assistance on the injured and helping to evacuate those who had been displaced. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for the area, and residents are being advised to take shelter. A local business owner said that the tornado has caused significant damage of his store. We're going to have to rebuild, he said, but we're quickly to be alive. The community is coming together to help those affected by the storm. Local churches have community centers are offering the shelter and food. To those who have lost their homes, we're strong, community said. President Roa Duterte, a resident of Cebu City, will get through this together. This is developing story. We will continue to update this report as more information becomes available. A tornado is a violently rotating column of air that extends from a thunderstorm to the ground. It's often referred to as a twister or whirlwind, and it can cause significant damage and destruction. Tornadoes are formed when warm, moist air collides with cold, dry air, creating a powered thunderstorm. This collision creates a rotating updraft of air within the storms, which can then descend to the ground as a tornado.
Hi everyone, I'm Angelica Barcelona. This is my report about landslide. Landslides are common natural disasters that can have devastating impacts on communities, infrastructure, and environment. Landslides can be triggered by a variety of factors including heavy rainfalls, earthquakes, volcanic activities, and human activities. Landslides are the movement of rock, soil, and debris down a slope due to gravity. What to do if you see a landslide? First, stay away because landslides are very dangerous. Stay away from the area and let authorities know. Second, be prepared. If you live in an area that is prone to landslide, be prepared if necessary. Landslides are a natural hazard, but you can take steps to prevent them and stay safe. By understanding the causes and dangers of landslide, we can better protect ourselves and our communities.